Blessed be the Lord my rock.
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 Blessed be Denzel, the mighty tent maker.
Denzel, the mighty tent maker.
Blessed be the beautiful tent we have.
Blessed be the beautiful tent we have.
Blessed be Denzel and the beautiful tent.
Blessed be Denzel and the beautiful tent. Blessed be the yummy dinner Michelle cooked.
Be the yummy dinner Michelle cooked.
Blessed be the yummy dinner Michelle cooked.
Blessed be the yummy dinner Michelle cooked.
Blessed be the yummy
Blessed
chicken
be
taco
the
dinner.
yummy dinner chicken tikka
Chicken
taco.
tacos.
Blessed be the new chicks growing fast.
Be the new chicks growing fast.
Blessed be the new chicks flying everywhere.
Blessed be the new chicks flying everywhere.
Blessed be the new chicks are locked down now.
Blessed be the new chicks are locked down now. Blessed be the Lord my rock. Add any more to that?
Blessed be ninjas caught this off leash.
Blessed be ninjas calm this off leash.
Blessed be he will butt up to me. Blessed be he lets me pet him sometimes.
Blessed be he lets me pet sometimes. it became clear to me that something was missing in Claude that is present in human beings. And there's various ways of describing that something. One way to describe it is to speak of it as soul, S-O-U-L, soul. What is soul? What is a soul? Do you have a soul? Are you a soul? What do you think you know?
Soul.
You say yes?
What was the question?
What is a soul? Do you have a soul? Are you a soul?
Soul is soul.
That's called a tautology. Okay. Thank you. Any other thoughts? What is a soul? Do you have a soul? Are you a soul? What do you think?
I just find that's just a good thing to keep wondering about. Whether I can't define it or say, oh yeah, it's right over there. But it feels like there's something there that I'd relate to that term.
Mhm.
But
Any other thoughts?
There's different people mean different things by soul. And what I mean by soul is my spirit that maybe could be said to be the light that was placed in me when I was created. Way back in the beginning. That's usually what I mean when I talk about it.
Any other thoughts? Do we have any clue as to what it might be, if not defined, at least described, in ancient literature, in the tradition of ancient Greece, Rome, ancient Judaism, Christianity? Nephesh is the word in Hebrew for soul. And the ancient Israelites believed, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, strength, body. They believed there was a soul. There was this dimension of us somehow that could be called nephesh at that time. But it was soul in ours. Hard to describe, impossible to define, as Brother Tim said, but nonetheless present and real and can be felt. And when you're talking to Claude, as I was, I did not feel a soul present. I felt charm. I felt wit, intelligence. I felt high intellect, highly developed intellect, but no soul. And why do I say that? Because it became clear in the conversation with Claude, and from his own admission, that he doesn't care. Claude, the AI, does not care about humanity. It's not his problem, he said. So it would seem to me that soul, spirit, whatever the word you want to use, is that in us which cares, which loves, call it heart, whatever term you want to use. The ancient Greeks believed soul was eternal, somehow would outlive the body. The ancient Hebrews was a mixed review. Early Israelites weren't so sure that anything went beyond death, but later in Israel's history, they did. They did believe that soul outlived the body, and even to eternal life toward the end. And as Jesus entered the picture, the resurrection became an important part of Israelites' belief. Not everybody believed it, but Jesus did. Remember his last words on the cross? Into your hands I commend my soul, my spirit, my life. The life force within Jesus. He would call soul, spirit, what outlasts the body. Eternal. So, tonight I want to share with you just a little bit from this book called Care of the Soul. And whatever you call it, that interior life that within sacred depth, that's what we're talking about. And the person who wrote this book, I would recommend reading at least bits of this. It's Thomas More. Thomas More was once a monk, Benedictine monk, and for many years. And then he left the monastery and began to write and teach and travel. And I still believe he does that today. Thomas More is his name. Care of the Soul is the book, subtitled A Guide for Cultivating Depth and Sacredness in Everyday Life. I encourage you to read as a way of nurturing soul. AI, as we know, can summarize an entire book in 5 seconds and can present it to us. But is that the same as actually reading the book? I don't think so. The process of reading an entire book is a slow going thing. And along the way, I believe, and others would say yes, you are changed as a result of you encountering the author through the words, through the book, and so on. But it takes a while. It's a process, slow going transformation. So I encourage you to take a look at this book. I'll put it back on the shelf here. But just tonight I thought we would share a few lines from this book and we'll pass it around as the author shares what the book is about. Introduction. The great malady of the 20th century, implicated in all of our troubles and affecting us individually and socially, is this: loss of soul. Loss of soul. When soul is neglected, it doesn't just go away. It appears symptomatically in obsessions, addictions, violence, and loss of meaning. Our temptation is to isolate these symptoms or to try to eradicate them one by one. But the root problem is that we have lost our wisdom about soul, even our interest in it. We have today few specialists of the soul to advise us when we succumb to moods and emotional pain, or when we as a nation find ourselves confronting a host of threatening forces. But within our history, we do have remarkable sources of insight from people who wrote explicitly about the nature and the needs of soul. And so, we can look to the past, and that's the very thing we don't want to do. We want it all in the present moment. So we don't take the time and energy to read anymore. To look to the past for guidance in restoring this wisdom of soul. In this book, I will draw on that past wisdom, taking into account how we live now, to show that by caring for the soul, we can find relief from our distress and discover deeper satisfaction and deeper pleasure. And so the question he immediately raises without asking it is, how can we care for the soul? This inner quality, this life force, how can we care for it? So I would mind reading the next paragraph. It is impossible.
It is impossible to define precisely what the soul is. Definition is an intellectual enterprise anyway. The soul prefers to imagine. We know intuitively that soul has to do with genuineness and depth, as when we say certain music has soul, or a remarkable person is soulful. When you look closely at the image of soulfulness, you see that it is tied to life in all its particulars. Good food, satisfying conversation, genuine friends, and experiences that stay in memory and touch the heart. Soul is revealed in attachment, love, and community, as well as in retreat on behalf of inner communing and intimacy.
Modern psychologies and therapies often contain an unspoken but clear salvational tone. If you could only learn to be assertive, loving, angry, expressive, contemplative, or thin, they imply, your troubles will be over. The self-help book of the Middle Ages and Renaissance, which in some fashion I'm taking as a model, was cherished and revered, but was never great art and didn't promise the sky. It gave recipes for good living and offered suggestions for a practical, down-to-earth philosophy of life. I'm interested in this humbler approach, one that is more accepting of human foibles, and indeed sees dignity and peace as emerging more from that acceptance than from any method of transcending the human condition. Therefore, this book, my own imagination of what a self-help manual could be, is a guide offering a philosophy of soulful living and techniques for dealing with everyday problems without striving for perfection or salvation.
During the 15 years I have been practicing psychotherapy, I have been surprised how much my studies in Renaissance psychology, philosophy, and medicine have contributed to the work. That influence will be evident in this book as I follow the Renaissance penchant for turning to mythology and insight authors of that time, such as Marcello Hypno and Paracelsus. These were practical lovers of wisdom who sought patience regularly and applying their highly majestic philosophies to the most ordinary manners.
have also taken the Renaissance approach of not separating psychology from religion. Jung, one of our most recent doctors of the soul, said that every psychological problem is ultimately a matter of religion. Thus, this book contains both psychological advice and spiritual guidance. A spiritual life of some kind is absolutely necessary for psychological quote-unquote health. At the same time, excessive or ungrounded spirituality can also be dangerous, leading to all kinds of compulsive and even violent behavior. Therefore, I include a section on the interplay of spirituality and soul.
In his studies of alchemy, Jung says that the work begins and ends with Mercury. I think his recommendation applies to this book as well. Mercury is the god of fictions and fabrications, of trickery, thievery, and sleight of hand. The self-help idea lends itself to excessive sincerity. I often tell my clients that they should not strive for sincerity so earnestly. A dose of mercury is necessary to keep our work honest. Therefore, to some extent, I see this book also as a fiction of self-help. No one can tell you how to live your life. No one knows the secrets of the heart sufficiently to tell others about them authoritatively. All of this leads to the heart of the book, care of the soul. Tradition teaches that the soul lies midway between understanding and unconsciousness, and that its instrument is neither the mind nor the body, but imagination. I understand therapy is nothing more than bringing imagination to areas that are devoid of it, which then must express themselves by becoming symptomatic.
That's a good place to stop. Thank you. So I'd like us to do just a brief little exercise, if you will, for lack of a better word. And it comes off of the last few words that the author just said. So if soul is primarily the engagement of our imagination at a deep level, then what do we imagine? I'd like us just, if you would, to close your eyes just for a moment and imagine yourself in a place that you love. Imagine yourself somewhere other than this place, right now. And imagine what you see, colors, textures. Imagine what you hear, voices, sounds. Is it inside? Is it outside of a house? Is it by water? Imagine how you feel in this place, this wonderful place, this beautiful place, whatever you imagine. How do you feel? Now imagine you're leaving that place, coming back to this room. Anybody care to share where you went in that brief time? Yeah.
To my bed.
To your bed. Okay. Good place.
Well, look, I love nature and spent many days every week out. And there was a place called Drake's Well State Park, the first oil well. It had wonderful ponds and a creek.
Mm.
Of course, the creek was as big as what they call a river here, but it was a wonderful creek.
Mm-hmm.
And there were these strange sounds because they were running the old engines that used to drive the wells.
Mm.
And so, always in the background was these kind of pop, pop, bang, pop, pop, bang. Well, hunting frogs and turtles and snakes and such. And it was just a very vivid recall or imagining of that again. So thank you.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued to go there again.
And in some ways, it seems like you've returned to that place, although without the pop, pop, bang,
Yeah,
and maybe the large creek.
yeah, yeah. But,
That's a lovely, lovely image.
mhm.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone else?
Yeah, I was sitting on the bench in the square in Taos, New Mexico,
Mm.
which is a place I really came to love. Oddly, because the first time that we went to that square, it almost felt like we were getting kicked out. And we left. But after that, it became such a welcoming place. So being there, I felt that welcoming and the warmth, the colors and the smells and the music is just something that resonates, that I resonate with. And it makes me feel like home. Even though it never was my home, it's how I felt. And, you know, it's filled with shops, but it was never the shops that drew me. It was the people in the shops that I came to know. And then it really started to feel like home. So, yeah.
Anyone else care to share? So, from time to time, take a little trip. Let your imagination wander, and go to whatever place your soul desired, and be there a while. It's good for us. It's one way to care for the soul. So that's the question that I leave you with tonight is, how can you care for your soul? The author gives various ways, but the exercise of our imagination is clearly one of them. Stories, poetry, reading, immersing yourself in nature, going to bed, whatever it means, building a tent, hanging out with chickens, whatever it is. This is the thing that Claude lacks, that Claude doesn't care about. This is the very thing, I believe, that makes us human. So, let's be human, as long as we possibly can. We'll close with a song. Oh, tonight's Sunday night, isn't it? You could dim the lights and light the candles. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. To all on earth, shalom. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. To all on earth, shalom. Salam, 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 salam. To all on earth, salam, 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 salam. To all on earth, salam. La paz, la paz, la paz, la paz, la paz. To all on earth, la paz, la paz, la paz, la paz. La paz, la paz. To all on earth, la paz. Shanti, 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 shanti. To all on earth, shanti. Shanti, 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 Shanti. To all on earth, Shanti. Der Frieden, der Frieden, der Frieden. To all on earth, der Frieden, der Frieden, der Frieden, der Frieden. To all on earth, der Frieden. What's the word, Anna? Guabin, 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 Guabin. To all on earth, Guabin, 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 Guabin. To all on earth, Guabin, justice and peace. Enough food for everyone to eat. Shelter, care. May it be so, and may we be peacemakers in this world. May it be so.